Hello, and welcome back to Prairie Stories. Today we're reading the fourth entry in the book Einstein's Dreams by Alan Lightman. 19 April 1905. It is a cold morning in November, and the first snow has fallen. A man in a long leather coat stands on his fourth-floor balcony on Kramgas, overlooking the Zaringer fountain and the white street below. To the east, he could see the fragile steeple of St. Vincent's Cathedral. To the west, the curved roof of the Zitglogaturm. But the man is not looking east or west. He is staring down at a tiny red hat left in the snow below, and he is thinking. Should he go to the woman's house in Fribourg? His hands grip the metal balustrade, let go, grip again. Should he visit her? Should he visit her? He decides not to see her again. She is manipulative and judgmental, and she could make his life miserable. Perhaps she would not be interested in him anyway. So he decides not to see her again. Instead, he keeps to the company of men. He works hard at the pharmaceutical, where he hardly notices the female assistant manager. He goes to the brasserie on Kochagas in the evenings with his friends and drinks beer. He learns to make fondue. Then, in 3 years, he meets another woman in a clothing shop in Neuchâtel. She is nice. She makes love to him very, very slowly over a period of months. After a year, she comes to live with him in Bern. They live quietly, take walks together along the air, are companions to each other, grow old and contented. In the second world, the man in the long leather coat decides that he must see the Fribourg woman again. He hardly knows her. She could be manipulative, and her movements hint at volatility. But that way her face softens when she smiles, that laugh, that clever use of words. Yes, he must see her again. He goes to her house in Fribourg, sits on the couch with her. Within moments, feels his heart pounding, grows weak at the sight of the white of her arms. They make love, loudly and with passion. She persuades him to move to Fribourg. He leaves his job in Bern and begins work at the Fribourg Post Bureau. He burns with his love for her. Every day he comes home at noon. They eat, they make love, they argue. She complains that she needs more money. He pleads with her. She throws pots at him. They make love again. He returns to the Post Bureau. She threatens to leave him, but she does not leave him. He lives for her, and he is happy with his anguish. In the third world, he also decides that he must see her again. He hardly knows her. She could be manipulative, and her movements hint at volatility. But that smile, that laugh, that clever use of words, yes, he must see her again. He goes to her house in Fribourg, meets her at the door, has tea with her at her kitchen table. They talk of her work at the library, his job at the pharmaceutical. After an hour, she says that she must leave to help a friend. She says goodbye to him. They shake hands. He travels the 30 kilometers back to Bern, feels empty during the train ride home, goes to his fourth-floor apartment on Kramgas, stands on the balcony and stares down at the tiny red hat left in the snow. These 3 chains of events all indeed happen simultaneously. For in this world, time has 3 dimensions, like space. Just as an object may move in 3 perpendicular directions, corresponding to horizontal, vertical, and longitudinal, so an object may participate in 3 perpendicular futures. Each future moves in a different direction of time. Each future is real. At every point of decision, whether to visit a woman in Fribourg or to buy a new coat, the world splits into 3 worlds, each with the same people, but with different fates for those people. In time, there are an infinity of worlds. Some make light of decisions, arguing that all possible decisions will occur. In such a world, how could one be responsible for his actions? Others hold that each decision must be considered and committed to, that without commitment there is chaos. Such people are content to live in contradictory worlds, so long as they know the reason for each. That is the end of the third entry in Einstein's Dreams. Join me next time as we read the next entry, 24th April 1905. Take care.